Hey guys, welcome back once again. In this video, I am going to show you how to add summary row features to material table. Alright, as you can see here, I have a simple material table and at the bottom of this table, I have a summary row, okay, which is gonna to tell me total number of row in this table, which is here 4, okay. And here you should know one thing more, and that is these features is not provided by material table. That means you have to customize some of the component and you have to show your summary row, okay. So let's jump to the VS Code and implement this summary row features to our material table. Okay, so let's open SRC and let's jump to app.js and close this one. And here, as you can see, I have this material table. I am passing title, data and columns. Okay, so now let me show you how our table is looking. So this is how our table is right now. Now our task is to add summary row features. And for that, we have to override some of the component. And here we are gonna to override pagination component. Okay. So now let me take you to the material table, okay, documentation where we will see how to override component. So here you can see component overriding, okay, and they have documentation. So you can see we can write this pagination component with mtable pagination, okay. So now what I am gonna to do is I am gonna to override, and for that we have to pass a property called components, okay, and here we have to write pagination because we want to override pagination component. So let's do this. So come back here and add here components property, okay, and inside this we have to pass pagination, okay, and this is gonna to be a callback function which is gonna to return a JSX, okay. And this pagination is gonna to give me a parameter, so which is gonna to be the information related to pagination. So here I will call it as a props, okay, and here arrow function, and I am gonna to return a div, okay. So let's close this div, and here let's return some text, okay. So let's call it as pagination. Now save it and let's come back here, okay. So you can see here I am getting this pagination, okay. Now we have to override this, so we need to extend this property, this mtable pagination, from the material table, okay. So here I can import this m pagination, okay, and now here instead of returning this alone, I will write here m table, okay, pagination, and whatever the props I am getting here I will spread here, so props, okay. Now save it and let's come back here. So you can see here we got this pagination but completely different what we used to see before, okay. So here one more thing is, here this mtable pagination has been designed based on our material table pagination, okay. So what I will do is I will import this table pagination from the material UI core, okay. So here let's import that one. So import, and I will call it as table pagination, okay, and from, and it is gonna to come from the material UI core, okay. So here let me write here material table pagination, and I am gonna to do the same thing. So here props. Now save it and let's come back here, okay. So you can see with this material table we are getting everything proper, Okay, so we can omit this M material table because it's not working fine. So let's remove this. Okay, so now we have a pagination, and here we can add our custom component. Okay, so for that what we can do is, here we can design our component, which one we want to render as a summary row. Okay, so here let's import grid. Okay, grid from the material UI. Okay, and here I will call it as a container. Okay, and here let's add a styling, and here background, and let's provide the color here, so F5 F5 F5. Okay, and this is gonna to be a container. So inside this container I will design two more. So here the grid. Okay, and this grid is gonna to be my item. Okay, and here I will write total. Okay, and now I am gonna to define another one grid inside this. So here, and I will make it as an item. Okay, which is gonna to give me information about number of rows. So here number of rows. Okay, now let's hard code this value to 7. Now let's select all, do right click and format selection. Okay, so now we have this aligned properly. Now let's come back here, and you can see here we have total and we have number of row 7 at the same place. Okay, so now here what we can do is, we can set this property SM to 6. Okay, and here SM to 6. That means we are dividing whole grid into two parts. So now here you can see it has taken this much. Now let's set this one alignment as a center. So here I will call it as a align and property your center. Now it will come little bit more right. I think this is the better. So now let's add padding to this grid. So here I will write padding, and let's get padding 15 pixels from all around. Now save it and come back here. So I think it looks more better compared to before. Okay, so now what I have to do is, we can wrap this total into a typography. Okay, so here typography. Okay, and paste it here and pass here variant as a, so variant as a subtitle 2. Okay, so subtitle. Now save it and let's come back here. Okay, and I think it's look more better. So let's do the same thing here as well. So I copy it and paste it here. Okay, so now you can see the total, and here I have number of row, it's 7. So how to make this value as a dynamic one? Okay, so for that what we can do is, here let's do console log to this props what we are getting. So here I am gonna to do console.log to this props. Okay, now save it. Let's come back here and do right click, go to the inspect. Okay, and select your console, and you can see here I have one object. So let's open this one, and here you can see I have property action component, select props, classes, column span, count. Okay, and this is gonna to be your row count always, as you can see here, and this is the row per page, what information we are displaying right now here. And here on click of this we have to render some of the value, and that value is gonna come from here, the 5, 10 and 20. So let me show you. Okay, so now what we can do is here we can replace this hard-coded value with this count. So here I can write so props dot count. Okay, so now let's save it and come back here. Okay, now you can see we have this 4 row. Okay, suppose I added some more row, so let me do this here. I will copy this and paste 2 times. Okay, now save it and let's come back here. Okay, so now you can see number of row is 7, and here as well you can see total 7 row we have. Okay, so now we have added our row, and if I click on next page here, our component is gonna to be there. This is what summary row should have. It should not have to be hidden at any time. Okay, so here we have added this. Now we can remove this property because we don't need anymore. Okay, so now let's remove this div and pass fragment here. Okay, so now let's come back. Let's add a divider below the total, means our custom component. So here this grid is getting over, and now here I can add a property called divider. Okay, so and this divider is gonna to come from the material UI. Okay, so now save it and let's come back here. Now as you can see here we have this line below here. Okay, now if you want to change this color and you don't want to provide any color, so save this one, remove that background color property, and now you will have white color only. Okay, and this is in bolder, so definitely you can identify that this is our summary row. So in this video we have seen how to add summary row features to material table. Okay, so for that we have overridden this pagination component, and we have imported table pagination from material UI code. Okay, and we have added our designing here. Okay guys, suppose you want to add this edge, so what you have to do is you have to add that edge before. Okay, and now you can pass that value to here. Okay, so automatically it will show your value over there. Okay guys, so you can get the download link of the code in description of this video. If you like this content, do like, share and subscribe. See you in next video. Thanks for watching.